Deep in a lush, green forest, where sunbeams danced through the leaves, lived a very hungry caterpillar named Pete. Pete was a little green caterpillar with a big, rumbling tummy. All day long, he wiggled and wobbled, searching for the tastiest leaves. One sunny morning, Pete's tummy rumbled, louder than a grumpy bear. "Oh, I am so hungry," he declared to a ladybug resting on a nearby flower. "I could eat a whole tree." His best friend, Squeaky the squirrel, scampered down a tree trunk, his cheeks full of acorns. "A whole tree, Pete? That's a big breakfast. Why don't we go on a food adventure? The forest is full of delicious surprises today." Pete's tiny eyes lit up. "An adventure! What a brilliant idea, Squeaky." So off they went. Pete wiggled along the ground, and Squeaky bounded ahead. Soon, they met Beatrice the bumblebee, buzzing around a patch of clover. "Bzzz. Hello, friends? Where are you off to in such a hurry?" she buzzed cheerfully. "We're on a food adventure," Pete explained. "My tummy is playing the hungry song, and it's very loud." Beatrice giggled. "Well, follow me. I know where the sweetest nectar is, and where there's nectar, there are often other treats."
The three friends journeyed deeper into the woods.
They passed juicy green clovers and tangy dandelions. Pete nibbled a little bit of each, but his tummy still rumbled. "It's good," he mumbled with a full mouth, "but I'm looking for something spectacular." They arrived at the edge of the forest, where an old apple orchard stood. The trees were heavy, with big, round, red apples gleaming in the sun. "Wow," Pete gasped. "Look at them all. They're so big and shiny." Squeaky, being an expert climber, zipped up the nearest tree. They looked delicious. "Pete, I'll drop one down for you." He nudged a perfect, ruby-red apple with his nose. It tumbled down, 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 and landed with a soft thump right in front of Pete. The apple smelled heavenly. It was the most wonderful thing Pete had ever smelled. "This is it!" he cried. "This is the spectacular treat I've been searching for." Without a second thought, Pete started nibbling. He munched and crunched, making a tiny tunnel into the sweet, white fruit. "This is amazing," he called out, his voice muffled by the apple. "It's so juicy in here." He ate and ate, wiggling deeper and deeper. The apple was so delicious he couldn't stop. He ate a tunnel straight through the middle and was about to pop out the other side when he realized something. He was full. His tummy was no longer rumbling. It was happy and round. "Okay, time to go," he said to himself. He tried to wiggle backward, but he couldn't. He tried to wiggle forward, but he couldn't do that either. "Oh dear," he whispered. "I think I'm stuck." He had eaten so much that he had grown a little bit bigger, just big enough to get wedged inside the apple core. "Help!" he squeaked. "Squeaky! Beatrice, I'm stuck in the apple." Squeaky and Beatrice rushed over to the apple. They could hear Pete's tiny voice coming from inside. "Don't worry, Pete. We'll get you out," Squeaky called. First, Squeaky tried to push the apple, but it just rolled around with Pete inside, making him feel dizzy. "Whoa, Pete!" yelled from within. Then, Beatrice flew around, trying to find a weak spot. "The hole you made is too small for you now, Pete," she buzzed. "You'll have to make it bigger." "But I can't eat another bite," Pete moaned. "You don't have to eat it," Squeaky chattered. "Just chew the edges to make the hole wider." It was a brilliant plan. Pete started nibbling around the edge of his exit tunnel. He chewed and chewed, spitting out the tiny bits of apple. Slowly but surely, the hole grew bigger. With one final, mighty wiggle, Pete popped out of the apple and landed on a soft patch of grass. He was covered in sticky apple juice, but he was free. "Hooray!" cheered Squeaky and Beatrice. Pete looked at his friends, then at the half-eaten apple. He was tired, full, and very sticky, but he had the biggest smile on his little caterpillar face. "That," he said with a happy sigh, "was the best, most spectacular food adventure ever." And his friends couldn't agree more. Thanks for joining Pete on his adventure. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories from the forest. See you next time!